Chef Junya, we're back in the kitchen.
Yes, we are.
What do we have on today's menu?
Okay, today we're gonna make a little jerk chicken. Yeah, baby, some jerk chicken.
All right, island.
One little island flair, my little spin on island flair. So we're gonna get started first by making the marinade for the chicken. And we're gonna let that sit and let those flavors soak up for a little bit before we, actually cook the food.
And how long is the chicken gonna need to marinate for? Get all the flavors.
Ideally, you wanna let it go for like 24 hours. Some people let it go a little longer. This one is probably gonna marinate for like 4 hours, to be honest, for the sake of time. But it'll be just enough to get the flavors deep in there and, get it started.
So the longer that it marinates, the more flavorful it would be.
Correct.
Okay.
So you wanna let time for the meat to tenderize. You wanna let those flavors kind of soak into the flavor, into the meat,
All that gristles.
Yeah. So we have some ginger here, onion, scallion or green onion, thyme, habanero peppers in the place of Scotch bonnet peppers. Scotch bonnet peppers are a little bit sweeter than habanero peppers. We got some garlic here, fresh garlic cloves, lemon, lime, our seasonings, and then of course our chicken.
Of course.
Yeah. So I'll start off by sort of chopping these seasonings up, and then we're gonna add them to the liquid portion of the marinade and do our thing.
Excited.
So am I. Start off by chopping our onion up.
And this is a yellow onion?
Yes, this is.
We had that discussion about the different types
We
of onions
sure
on the
did.
last episode.
Sure did. So you guys should be well versed in the onions and their uses by now.
Is there a proper technique to cutting onions?
So dicing, slicing, there's various things. I mean, it just depends on how. I'm a stickler for the right question. I don't bring that question here. Don't give me that. So I'm dicing this onion, so I'm really not particularly care about sort of having it uniform. So you just see me kind of going down, making little slices before I come across the other angle and just make the dices, right?
Right.
And dice my onion up. But if you were trying to get, I guess, a smaller, more uniform dice for like a marinade, not a marinade, for like a vinaigrette or another dish that you don't want to have large chunky onions, then you probably come across the front and make incisions about halfway through.
Right.
And then come back on top and cut down. So then when you do slice, this, it won't be as long. It'll be very much smaller and cut more uniformly.
Makes sense.
But for the sake of this is just going in a marinade. We won't.
Correct.
I'm also gonna cook it down. See, she's fanning out.
I'm the worst at cutting onions.
Yeah, knife skills take time. You gotta get comfortable with the knife. You gotta trust yourself with the knife.
That is very true, because I'd be scared I'm gonna cut myself.
And just kind of let the knife do its work. You don't have to do much, especially if you sharpen your knives and you take care of them. You don't have to be in there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It should be an easy little 1, 2, 3. Alright, that's enough actually. Because I have the tendency to fucking slide my hand across this thing like that. And one time, my finger caught that blade, it just. A real clean cut too.
Cut you up like an onion.
And it did not bleed. It just sat there for a second, and then the blood just.
Blood was like, oh, bitch, you was for real?
Oh.
Oh, girl, we playing like that?
That's how we doing? Okay, well. And she just started coming out. That's about half of a yellow onion going in there. And then we're gonna cut up our green onion.
Scallion.
Yeah.
Is there a reason? Is there a reason why it's called a scallion versus a green onion?
People call things different things in different regions. Some people call green onions scallions. I think there's some larger ones that are actually just named scallion. But I think it may be a larger family thing, like genus, species. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Come on, bio major.
Yeah. Kingdom, phylum, class, order, genus species. So it's like an order, genus, species. Mm. You have to remember, you know. It's up there.
He had to whip it out.
It's up there somewhere. You just gotta find it.
Well, somewhere in the mental closet.
Hello. And stuff like this that's easy to chop. We're gonna, you know.
Yeah.
We're gonna chop it. We're not gonna take the easy route with the onion and with the scallion. Cause it's real simple. Simple dimple. Pick her up. Always, if you got, especially if you have good knives, don't use the blade of your knife to scoop stuff. You always scoop with the back of your knife so you don't ruin the blade. A dull knife is the worst thing in the world. It really is, because you try. I don't want to cook no more. I don't want to cook no more. I don't want to do this.
Walk away.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Especially, are you cooking in the kitchen that's not equipped, and you got. Why you don't have mixing spoons?
So,
you don't have cooking spoons.
So you heard it here first on Rap and Roux. The essential to any kitchen is a sharp knife.
A good sharp. Please have a sharp knife and have a cooking spoon.
Back at it with the ginger.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a little shortcut here with our ginger and with our garlic.
Work smart, not hard, right?
Work smart, not hard. So you get your nice little food processor. I know the boys and the girls are out here screaming over the air fryers right now because, you know,
what are your thoughts on them?
No grease and no what. I've never used one. I've never had anything air fried. I'm sure it's good. Yeah. So, but I know that's what they're saying. Those are the essential things you need to have in your kitchen. And you need to have your food processor to cook. Chop a lot of things. Chop and puree. It just comes in handy, especially for you people who are scared of the knives. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get your hands dirty. I'm just cut a little ginger. And this is enough because this is going to be about a teaspoon and a half. I'm going to cut it up a little bit. Then I'm going to go ahead and just
throw that in there.
Yeah. And this is the garlic.
Garlic.
Yeah. I would usually get the pre-peeled. Because I'm lazy.
Work smart, not hard.
Get the pre-peeled garlic, whole garlic cloves. I used to use the jar mints, like the pre-mints. But I'm trying to move away from things that are like pre-jar and have a bunch of preservatives in it. Because like, yeah, this garlic has already been minced up and it's in a jar of liquid like preservative.
And it like doesn't go bad for like a whole year, right?
Yeah.
It's a little odd.
It's dark, it's brown looking, it's like,
You could do a little bit better.
Claudia. Shout out to Didi for the references.
The second episode, we done got a housewife reference.
We sure did. Like y'all make good TV. Y'all make really good TV. Y'all would leave us with taglines and
some gems.
Just gems. Like life situations. You call on that. You like, look up, girl, black women, girl, iconic, girl, birth a nation, girl.
Bling bling bling.
Bling bling bling. Bitches
it's mad.
I'm saying when the recipe calls for 1 clove of garlic, I like to do 4. Because I think people be under seasoning. And what 1 clove of garlic gonna do?
It ain't gonna do much.
It ain't gonna do much. It ain't gonna do nothing. So go ahead and just depending on whose recipes you watch. Like you see a recipe, somebody calls for like 4 or 5 cloves, and it's kind of like that's probably what you need, 4 or 5 cloves. But if you see a recipe, you making a meal, you know what I'm saying, 8 servings, you're making a meal for 10 people, 1 clove of garlic. You should ask yourself, how is this going to taste once it comes out? Considering the amount, teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of black pepper, teaspoon of garlic, teaspoon of paprika. In a 6-quart pot. Do your proportions off? Somebody not doing
the math right.
So now we got our garlic. And our ginger in there, and we're gonna move on to our peppers, baby. Peppers. So you would use the Scotch bonnet pepper if you can find it. They don't really have them out here, and this is not where I've searched. So they do have the habanero though, because this is LA and the demographics. So we want to just cut the pepper open. Be careful not to catch no seeds. Right, cut one side and just sort of come around like that and just get everything. Some people probably tell you cut the top and bottom off. I'll show you that method. But we don't want to get no seeds in there. Throw them in there. We're going to use 2 for this recipe because we're only doing like a couple pieces of chicken. So you can cut the top like that. And you come around and you cut the bottom like that. And you kind of sit her up, right? Come down, open it up. You simply just open it up and you come through and you remove the seeds like that.
Which way do you prefer to cut it?
Either or is fine. If you have a smaller, more knife where you can, be a little bit more delicate, it's fine. This one's a little, let's see, it's all out. And you have the whole thing, and you can go through and chop. But like I said, we
Processing.
Hey now, and why just a little? As opposed to all that chopping and screwing that you had to do, look what you come out with.
Oh wow!
Perfectly minced, beautiful, pretty much uniform. It's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
It's gorgeous.
It smells amazing.
It smells great, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then one more dry ingredient.
Okay.
Well, a lot of these are dry, but our seasoning terms is our thyme. So some people go ahead and throw the whole sprig of thyme in there. You can, it's fine. If you don't, I plan on making a sauce with this after, so I don't want to have the stems in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the thyme from the sprig, from the stem. And you can do it by going down with a knife. You can go through, pull in the opposite direction with your hands, pull it off piece by piece. We have a little zipper here, which is another little kitchen tool.
Oh wow!
And it's good for herbs of different sizes. It has 3 different sizes. We're gonna go to the largest hole down there, right? Stick it through the back and pull it. Pull it.
Oh wow!
Pull it,
What the hell?
And we're just gonna remove all that thyme as much as we can from that sprig.
Wow.
Cut it down in here, and you just go ahead and
Oh
toss that
wow!
thyme in there like that. Isn't that nice?
Aha!
Doesn't that save you a lot of time and effort?
Wow!
And helps with, it just makes everything perfect.
Okay, so what does the thyme add? I know that you've spoken on this previously before about how bay leaf is just not necessarily doesn't really add any taste. It's just an aromatic.
So thyme is an herb, and herb in itself, so it adds taste. It is not just for aromatic purposes, but it does have an aromatic purpose as well, because what we consider is like what we know is the perception of like taste and is a mixture of both like that flavor and smell, right? But thyme adds a sort of peppery, minty flavor. It's similar to oregano, but it's a member actually of the mint family.
Oh really?
Yeah. An element of sweetness, but then also an element of pepperiness too, so that's savor. So you get savory, sweet in one herb.
And that's essentially why it's going in this jerk chicken mix, right?
Exactly, because savory and sweet.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Starting off with our soy sauce, though, I'm going to do about 1/4 cup of that. Pop her in there. So we're going to do 1/4 of vinegar. I'll use white vinegar. This one. Always do a little oil. So I usually do about 1/2 cup. So I do double the oil.
Okay.
Than I did of the vinegars and things. I want them to spread.
Oh, right.
I want this oil to kind of coat. Grilling is always best for that smokiness. But in this recipe, because I'm gonna do it in the oven, add a little liquid smoke. Hickory. I'll start off with about 1/2 teaspoon of liquid smoke. I'm gonna go ahead and put a full teaspoon. So that's a full teaspoon.
Now, question about liquid smoke, because I've never really cooked with it. Is it really like overpowering? Like, do you have to like?
Yeah, less is more. You don't need to. It's concentrated. So about 2 teaspoons per pound of like, let's say you're doing ground beef. About 2 teaspoons per pound.
Okay. And it gives it like that, like off the
grill flavor. Yes, it's an imitation smoke.
Okay.
It's brown sugar, and we're gonna do about 3 tablespoons of brown sugar.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do 1 tablespoon of regular brown sugar. It's a little bit more, right? I'm going over a little bit more, but you get the gist. I'll do 1 tablespoon. She's stiff. Of regular brown sugar, and I got something special for you.
Oh.
I have a smoked brown sugar.
Oh, buddy.
Dark Horse. Yeah, Specialty Foods. You can find it at Sur La Table. Affiliate links will be in the bio soon, but you have to put that on there. I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of the smoked brown sugar, right?
Okay.
You go ahead and catch that.
Catch that, girl. Alrighty.
So I'm gonna go 1.
And it's gonna complement that liquid smoke flavor, correct?
Yes. So we don't need the grill. You know, we want it. We don't necessarily
need it. Yes.
Okay, we're still gonna survive. We're still gonna do well. We're gonna thrive. In fact.
That's right. Because when Jesus said yes, girl,
nobody can say no. Amen. Come on, Michelle. A little lemon. Got a little lemon here.
Okay.
I'm gonna do another acid, right?
To tenderize the meat.
Yeah. And that citrus flavor.
We're building our flavor profile,
there
right?
You go.
Yes.
Amen.
We're learning on Rappin' Roux.
Yes, all about the way the food tastes and how it smells. Let's do the whole line.
She looks and smells so good.
That's just the marinade, right? I'm gonna go ahead and season her up. Start off with a little black pepper.
Okay.
I'll do about a little bit over a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons really. Do a little bit over a tablespoon of salt.
Okay.
A little crushed red pepper. And allspice. A little bit over 2 teaspoons.
Okay. And this is a little nutmeg, correct?
Yeah, a little just about a teaspoon of nutmeg. An eyeball, sort of, yeah, you know, kind of when you're filling up something. The amount, really how I do is like, it's like a kind of time reference. If I was filling up a cup, I sort of think like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3, and it'll be full, right?
Right.
So if I do 1 Mississippi, that's 1/3. 2 Mississippi, that's, you know, and then you just refine it as you go. You start to eyeball.
Right. So subscribe to Rappin' Roux, start cooking, and you can start eyeballing like Mark.
Yeah, amen.
Amen. That's how that go.
That's how they do. A little garlic powder.
So Mark, while you're continuing, Kamala Harris has just been announced as the Democratic vice presidential nominee. What are our thoughts on that?
What are our thoughts or am I?
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts on it is I think it was a great move by Joe Biden to include Kamala Harris on his ticket in terms of an attempt to win, because Kamala Harris represents a large demographic of individuals that Joe Biden was losing through his current campaign. The way it was going before she became a part of it. I think Kamala Harris being a black woman is amazing to have her on as a vice president.
Yes, the first black woman and the first Asian woman actually to be on a major party ticket.
And I think that it's going to inspire a lot of things, sort of like the presidency of Obama did. I know that maybe anything like systematic changes have not taken place due to these administrations, I don't think, but I think that inspiration of hope, that visualization, that representation in itself is a good thing. But just like any other candidate or person, we're going to vet Kamala Harris, and if she makes it to office, while she's in office, she's going to be held accountable for everything that she does, both good and bad. So, hey, let's see. And whatever, honestly, is better than what we currently have. So, and that's not even my philosophy going into it, but to be completely honest, looking at Joe Biden and Kamala Harris versus Trump it up, the answer is clear as day. The answer is clear as day for the same amongst us, but we understand that people operate from totally different perspectives in life, like just starkly different. We could be looking at this is not a jerk chicken recipe to somebody. It's not, and you can't tell them it is. So, what you gonna do besides live your life and eat the chicken?
Also, I guess it's important to highlight down ballot candidates as well, because those are just as important. And so I guess if you don't see your ideals or your particular candidate on the top of the ticket, they're still down ballot candidates that need your support
as well. Yeah. Yep. So go ahead and check them out.
Back to this jerk chicken, child.
Just whisk it on like a little bit. Good jerk marinade. Look at that.
Yes.
Full of seasonings and onions, garlic and ginger.
I can smell this right now.
Soy sauce and brown sugar. And that's amazing.
Sounds like a bowl of self-care right there.
Amen. I'm gonna light this salt. This chicken.
And what are those? Wings, thighs?
These are wings. These are chicken wings.
Nice.
Just for time, they cook evenly, uniform. We're in the oven, so it's not gonna take that long. I like a wing.
Do you white meat or dark meat?
Dark meat.
Okay.
Yes. Dark meat. I'm gonna go ahead, Bert, and I'm gonna do a little bit of Worcestershire sauce.
Okay.
You need in mine too. Just a little bit. And that's the like I said, that's the marinade. That's the marinade. I'm gonna let you, so you could tell them. See how you feel about the marinade.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Right.
What is that?
My God too. Right.
Right.
My God too.
Girl, Jesus is in that bowl of marinade right now. Girl, he's omnipresent. That's right.
Everywhere. This is a different area. I'm telling you.
Girl, in that bowl of chicken.
Go ahead and get on down, right?
Okay, Mark, so I see that you transferred the chicken and the marinade into a Ziploc bag. Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, because I kind of want to seal it off. I don't want to have too much air. I want to have it just kind of, just, you know, surrounded by the marinade. So now you got all that. The chicken is surrounded by juices, by marinade.
She ain't got no choice but
to soak it up. Yep, sop it up. Get it all good. I'm going to fold it over. And I'm gonna just put it in the fridge, and we're gonna leave it in the fridge for about 2.5, 3 hours. Yeah. Considering that our acid of choice was vinegar and lemon
and lime.
That it's pretty acidic. It's gonna penetrate that meat, get it tenderized fairly quickly. So you don't need as much time as you would, let's say, for like a buttermilk marinade, or I was doing a larger amount of chicken.
Right. So it's been 3 hours.
Yeah, it's been about 3 hours. Yeah, 3. So that's what we're gonna take it out at. So yeah, just go across the little garlic powder. Of course. Little Tony's never heard nobody. They're good. They're prepped up. I'm gonna let them roast at like 400 for 40 minutes, 35, 40. Wings depends. Yeah, about 40 just to get them raw. Maybe even an hour, you never know. Depending on how they start cooking, but 45 minutes to get you good at 4, 5, 4, 10.
Okay, Mark, so where are we at right now?
I'm about to use this marinade to create a little sauce here. There. Let it get hot, it's gonna start to simmer.
Okay.
You're going to simply just reduce it, cook out some of the water, and use that to baste the chicken.
Okay. All right, Mark, so while we wait on that, Versus has been going on, and word on the street is they want to marry J. Blige.
I want to marry J. Blige.
Now, my question to you is, who is capable of competing with Mary J. Blige? In your honest opinion?
I'm competing with her discography. I mean, Mary's unique. Mary did her own tribute, you know? So, I mean, who really just got those? I don't think it would be, with Mary, I don't even think it's a place like what Mary means to us in the culture, what Mary means in like R&B and hip hop. Mary's the queen of hip hop and R&B. So it wouldn't really be a versus. I think it would be more so like a Jill Scott and Erykah Badu, like a together,
like a showcase.
Yeah, showcase type of thing, a sisterhood. She's at that like, and I like Mary really did it. Mary really did the thing. Mary's on like hip hop songs. Mary's on rap songs. Like Mary sings. Mary is everything Mary playlist. That's what's coming with this one.
Yes, the official Rapping Roux playlist, all Mary J. Blige. He's committing.
That's enough.
And so we just simmered down the...
Yeah, a little bit. Cooked a little bit of the water off. We'll take out for a second.
Awesome. I noticed that we moved it to the cast iron skillet.
Yeah, we sure did. More even heat distribution. Put them a little closer for basting purposes. They'll spread out on the pan, and you're trying to go around the pan. And this pan allows it to have a little depth so the juice can collect. It's hot. 17 minutes, we'll be ready to go.
Awesome. Ooh, Mark.
Oh, she look good, don't
Ooh.
Hot right now. Then we're gonna take us a little piece out, a little wing there. Now I'll let you try something.
Let's see. Ooh, grabbing a slice. Oh my God. Ah, so good.
My God, too.
My God, he's omnipresent.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my goodness, I really love like the ginger and the sweetness that it has. Oh, how is it, Mark? That's it. Look, he know. You had it. So what were some sides? Ooh, look. Yeah.
Number of sides, any of your favorite starches, rices, potatoes, whether it's baked, whatever, you know what I'm saying, rice and peas, red beans, rice, yellow rice, anything like that, vegetables, cabbages, broccolis, carrots. I mean, it's versatile, it's very versatile, smoky, sweet, it could go a lot of different ways, so it's all up to your preferences, you know, that's about thing. Put your own spin on it, and if you do follow the recipe, you know, share it with us and hashtag Rappin' Roux. And like always, thank you for watching Rappin' Roux. Make sure to comment on the video below, comment on the recipe, anything you like about it, dislike. And also make sure to follow Rappin' Roux on all social media handles. And also make sure to find the playlist because it's jamming. Like always, make sure you subscribe to Rappin' Roux on YouTube. Thank you for watching Cooking with Chef Junya. If I could just rest. I felt it as a teenager. I felt that if I could just rest, the dog lawn is not resting.